This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Clemson Tigers taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Movement here from the tight end. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Open runway ahead. At the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. A first down for the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
He's looking for a man on second down. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. On the move. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They're trying to get to it. Gets it out quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Bounced off his feet. Now on 2nd and goal. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Clemson jumps to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the 2nd ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
42 Spider.
A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Looking to throw on second down. Touchdown Wolverines! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One thing this team has shown really this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll leave it with him. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns. Lets it fly! And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. They'll try to snap it quickly. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB, securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to...
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to pass on second down. Safe completion on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, Got the sack now. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's right on target. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the blitz gets to him just like that. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On second down, wants to throw it. And wings it incomplete.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because
he unleashes a long one. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. Running into the open space. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down.
Get set.
They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now he's looking to throw it. Working that left side. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Direct snap. Got the first down and more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Clemson jumps to the line. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun, trying to get to him. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He wants to go deep, and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Pocket starts to collapse. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. DB's right up on the receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! Getting set for the point after. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to TCU. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Got a lot of running room. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. On target. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
That keeps the score. Michigan 35, Clemson 7.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught near the sideline. It's Gage. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. A 69-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy at.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Running toward the tape. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense would just take a knee. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.